Hi y'all, Carolyn here from Pink Bunkadoo, and I'm working in my Marks of Faith journal, and that's all about which Bible verse really spoke to me for the week, and then I respond to it in art and then also in writing. And the one that spoke to me is in Luke, and it's about being generous and doing good always. And I tend to overgive and then get a little resentful. And if I'm resentful because I didn't get notice or appreciation, then I'm expecting something back. And that really spoke to me. So for the background, I'm using reds and pinks and whites. I kind of want a soft pink background with lots of texture and color. And so I'm working it with my brayer until I get just what I want. The Martha Stewart paints there have a really soft and subtle sheen. You can see I've used them to death. They're especially awesome on your jelly plate. You know those fake credit cards you get in the mail or the fake gift cards you get in a package when you order something? Well, I've put those to use, and I'm just making lines here by putting a little paint off to the side on my craft mat and then just drawing lines with it. It's easier than a paintbrush for me, so save those. They're super useful. Whenever I have extra paint left over, I just scrape it off on a new art journal page because I hate wasting paint. They can be pricey, and also when you've got a blank page staring at you, sometimes it's easier to get started if you already have some marks on there. This is a Posca white paint pen, and I'm going to make dots along those little lines to draw your eye up and down the design and to add interest. Really easy thing to do, just to add a couple little dots. I wanted to drip some gold shimmer paint down the design, so I'm just putting it up at the top with the paintbrush, and then I'm using a spray bottle to get it to go down. It was really thick paint because I'm at the end of the bottle, so I helped it along with my brush. And if you don't like what it looks like when you're starting something like this, just keep going. And if worse comes to worse, and it's the worst page you've ever made, paint over it. It's going to be fine. So sometimes it looks like you're in a paint hole. Just keep painting and paint yourself out of it. Because I had that gold at the top, I felt like the bottom needed something to frame it. So I got some blue paint out and used a cosmetic wedge and dabbed it through a stencil. And because I'm dabbing it and not painting it, it comes across as just a sheen at the bottom of the paper. I really, really liked it. The gold drips covered up my white dots, and I really wanted those to draw your eye around the design. So I just used a black fine liner and traced over them, and voila, they were there again. Don't be afraid to tilt or turn your page in any direction that makes it easier for you to work on a section. There's no rule that says your page has to be up and down for the whole time you're working on it. Feel free to turn it around. I don't know who told me that, but when I heard it, it was revolutionary for me. So I always want to share that. Please move your paper around. I'm so glad you stopped by. I hope this little page encourages you to bring art and your faith together and create something that's super meaningful for you. Until next time, take care.